Alright, the series continues with episode 3, and there's been a slight change since I've later come back to this again. I do recordings every once a day, once an episode. This is episode 3, and day 3 on recording day, to be technical. When we left you on the previous episode to Gallura, the county, that bishopric was the part of the papacy. I mean, I didn't do that. I just loaded up the save, come back here, and it's back under Sardinian control, particularly the vassal of this count. And, well, this city, for now, it's still under Pisan control, which is currently at war with Genoa for that city, and he's losing. Although both sides have lost quite a bit. So I don't know what the outcome will be, but whoever wins, well then I will have to declare war just to get that city back. Whether it's Pisa or Genoa, time will tell. One would think, well, oh thank goodness the old wound is healed. What do you mean old wound? It's not the one that's dated back from a decade ago. That was from the warrior pilgrimage, I think. Oh, no. It was from the like a dang, well, you know. And also, don't mind these notification noises. That was just for that you plug this headset in, and it's acknowledging. So, let's get back to business, if any. But yet, the only business is we're making quite a bit of money. And if we get that city back, we'll make a little more, because that's for taxes. See the yearly income for all these mayors? That does not mean I make that much. It's part of the domain, city tax, and church tax. Again, base values in the domain. That's the balance here. And as for the war of that city, I was thinking, looks like Genoa could be in the momentum now. Look, if Genoa wins, which seems to be more than likely, I'm gonna have to break the betrothal and end the non-aggression pact with them. Speaking of that, my son, the Squire Shieldbearer, I'll introduce the heir to the realm, and also I'm gonna make this early. Break the betrothal, even though they won't like me. But at least we won't sign any peace deals. Alright, I've invited my vassals to partake in a formal introduction to my heir, Gianna. You will have to exchange many pleasantries and act in a very formal way, something that might be tiresome for someone as young as him. However, I have the full confidence that he will not disappoint me. They'll be here soon, son. They're gonna give you... Alright, you made it to the 4th tier. You're now an accomplished esquire. He spent all of his childhood spare time learning about warfare, making him very proficient at the subject at the cost of his general education. This will allow him to bypass some requirements to join a holy order or fighters guild, if he wanted it to. So all that, this would hurt the national tax modifier a bit, up the martial, down 1 on intrigue, diplomacy, stewardship, and learning, and 5 minus on fertility, but up on the health and personal combat skill. So yeah, introduced him to the mayor of Valladora, Andoria. Now he presents himself with grace, but manages to impress Cataldo by skillfully complimenting him. I hesitated because I was just looking at the names like, did I pronounce it right? Again, my Italian isn't spot on. It's like my 5th language. Okay, it seems that Gianno's has started getting along incredibly well with that child of one of the visiting vassals. Apparently, Gianno and Elena de la Conzori are becoming fast friends. Oh yeah, that's the dynasty where Gallura is from. And now he accidentally spills a beverage all over Cornelius' shoes, and managed to insult all of Bishop Cornelius' ancestors. Or lack thereof. Sorry about that. I understand you're wrathful. While having a pleasant conversation, I was suddenly interrupted by an infernal ruckus. Upon further investigation, it seems as if Giano has gone in a fight with a child of one of the visiting vassals. I tear the truth, showing report. It's obvious that Giano and Constantino Dezzore will not ever be friends after this encounter. Constantino Jr., huh? Sorry about that. I taught him to be rough. Okay, now he's dead and has been replaced, huh? Inherited, I should say. As the hours go by, I noticed Giano's mood is starting to drop. He is obviously trying to best impress the visiting vassals, but is evidently tearing at him. Hopefully this slump in Giano's mood will pass soon. Now there are still some more vassals agreed. Now he's depressed. Oh man. Life's rough. You befriended this one girl and then you got in a rival with some guy. That's another. Maltese Holy War for Salona. God dang it. When are we going to have the first Crusade? You're just having a bit of nonsense over there. Last of my vassals have left and he looks relieved. He is obviously exhausted from formalities, but having been introduced like this, hopefully serve him well in the future. I've done my best to groom the worthy heir, even though he's a bit on the depressed side, so hopefully he'll get over it, be a great warrior. And please don't kill yourself, because that would be tragic. And Sardinia would be run by my daughter, who is not at all a warrior, but more of a stewardship type of person. Oh no. I decline. Matter of fact, just hold on a minute there. I might use her for a possible future alliance with, again, this conflict over a city. Whoever wins will have my alliance. And I'll get this man to be less slothful, because I hate lazy people. Should spend it on something. And since I worry about epidemics in the future, I'll spend it on hospital structures. Not necessarily military buildings. Oh, hold on. Alright. Mayor Sebastiano has arrested an armed man with ragged armor and a spotty horse. He says that the man claims to be a hedge knight, but clearly does not believe that statement. Well, Piety is the key here, so order the hedge knight released. So, overruled. More money. Anyway. Get me a personal study simply for the heck of it. Eek. He'll be fine. Must learn on his own. Don't want to get stressed. Not in the mood for that. More money. I have the best wife in the world. If only she had a Midas touch education, but damn it, she knows she has the way with money and words. If it was a way with words, I would have had a diplomatic education. Oh no, I don't want you to be dull. Be brave and don't be a puss. Got him! He's brave. And he's not dull. I was thinking, well, should there ever be another holy war in southern Italy or in Sicily? I think I should intervene because I still need to complete that mission. Or have to win a battle against an infidel army. Not saying it's for, my own amusement. It's more of, hey, let's fight against the Muslims of North Africa and get more piety. I don't want any of their territories. I'm fine with Sardinia as it is. And not to mention, we could use this large amount of money to pay our troops as we would be out on an expedition to somewhere. But I believe I should take this time to use the study. Express my views on the Catholic faith. I know what's going to happen because, again, getting more piety is key. Plus, it's not even 5 years yet since I was last promoted. Okay, done with your war. Now, could you please start a crusade for us? I'm ready. I'm not going to send my entire army out. I'm only going to send the army of the vassals to there. Just a detachment. And we'll link up with whoever's the biggest army, and then I'll get the Crusader trait. That's all I ask. Also, yikes. The Byzantines took part of southern Italy, including Amalfi and Salerno. Recognize the virtues and talents that possess is truly a virtue. I'm truly blessed of having a court chaplain who is a devout teacher. Thank Jesus for court chaplain Castore. Is he my court physician too? Yes. And I'm not even on theology focus. Not taking off my war focus after I fight one more war for either Genoa and Pisa to finish duking out each other, and then we'll kick them out of the island. Got one more big war in me. And now Pisa's making a comeback, and whoa, Genoa's got less troops. Pisa's got more. Oh, I see. He's hired some mercenaries. May not look like much, but I assumed he must have had more. Who's under contract? Some band from Altasami band. Okay. You hired mercenary pagan mercenaries to fight with Pisa for the control of that city, but again, he's getting his holdings back, so he's not going anywhere just yet, which could mean that Genoa may recover its troop numbers. And there they are. They're going to be marching down this way. Even though the Pisans now outnumber them. Oh, finally! The Crusade for Jerusalem. His Holiness Pope Callistus II has been swayed by the cries for help from the Christian population in the Kingdom of Jerusalem. He urges all able-bodied men of Europe to take up arms against the evil Sultan Ahmed of the Seljuk Sultanate in order to secure Jerusalem from the clutches of the Mohammedan infidels. And God will grant the pilgrims remission of sins in heaven. Desmut, I'm all in. Let me be the honor to accept your call. Hold on, where? This way, you. Again, I don't want the kingdom title of Jerusalem. I just want to land ashore, get the Crusader trait, and then I'll be on my way out. Oh, and don't forget, win a battle. So to make preparations. Get on board. Set full sail. We'll link up with the rest. Well, I'm gonna keep watch up there at times. Because I really care about this city, even though, as I said, it may not look special, but gotta kick Pisa out of there. Alright, we're off. I never realized how controversial the Catholic faith can be. I must finish this book to clear my mind. Yeah, we're going on the crusade, and yet they'll tell us to the brave holy warrior Basilio, peace be with you. I gladly accept your offer of assistance in my war. Let our enemies tremble. Alright. Strike our enemy hard and put me in the vanguard. Again, we'll link up with the other armies. Either that or I was about to say, did Pisa just join Crusade? I thought I saw one of their symbols, unless that was somebody else. Alright, I finished writing my thoughts on the Catholic faith. I've realized that my view is quite different from the common tradition. There's only one person who can help me decide. I had a long discussion with Castori who tried to answer all my questions about the Catholic faith. How could I not see this before? More piety. That's what that was for. Huh. Look at that. We're the first ones to arrive. But one problem is you're facing against the giant Seljuk Sultanate with 20,000 troops at his disposal. But he's currently at a Duca war. For that part, it's for satraps claim. Okay. We'll make your landing here and just wait for the others. If you see any small armies in your way, kill them. Again, I'm not sending my entire army out there because one reason, and one reason only. It's for the defense of Sardinia as well as the potential war with one of the merchant republics. I finally stand before the destination of the Crusade. With sword in hand, I'm ready to storm the walls of Ascalon. Excellent. There we go. Armies now stand poised to take the crusade for the kingdom of Jerusalem. As vote, I'm a crusader. More martial combat skill, and Catholics will like me, especially the Pope. And look at this. Crusader helmet now I wear. Okay, here comes the rest. Hey, one of my bishops became a cardinal. Is that all the troops? Yeah, that's all. Here remain philosophy. Truly a great day. Maybe for site uprising. Oh, the Coptics. Alright, he's a skilled tactician now. Sure, you may be depressed and everything, but I'm gonna tutor him with who? Hang on. Just looking. I'll sponsor a university to Bologna. Doesn't look like I can send him to Bologna, but since he's a military tactician, I think I'll know what to do. Call a tutor to court, spend even more money. Decided to search for a tutor in my court. In what field their skills lie? War. There we go. A learned man is brought before me, though not formally educated, but they are renowned for their knowledge. Victoria. Master of tactics. Very well. You are going to teach my son. Excellent. And here's more money. Spent enough. Hey, how about we all go to Jerusalem? Maybe somebody will follow their example. If one of those big ass armies come, we'll retreat to friendly lines. I know we can't besiege it, but one would think we should just scout ahead, take a risk, and then run back. Oh! Can rank up now. Got enough piety. Now they have prior. Just up the martial and up the learning, which I can organize a vote and found a holy order. Something that I've wanted to do for a long, long time. I'm already a paragon of virtue and I can be that again? Very well. Out of supplies. Another school of thought, huh? Throw me in philosophy. Just keep going as you dare. Matter of fact, this corridor here. Your contributions to the order and your service to God has been duly noted. I hereby grant you the honor of rising up the ranks of the Knights Hospitalier. Woo! Now you can create a holy order, which I need. Again, I'm a duke. You can't be king, but I don't have enough piety, which I'll work on it. And you gotta have. We're up to 2,000, which I will get up there in no time. But I can organize a vote, which will cost me that, and you have to wait 5 years each of these attempts. Success isn't guaranteed. We'll just go as far as we dared, and those Norwegians are with us. Just don't be afraid. If we're going to be out of supplies before we reach, I don't know, someplace far. I'm just looking for any small armies out there. Shit! Turn around! Matter of fact, nope, it's too late. We're gonna get killed. May 23rd. 20th of May. Nope, he's got us all. And this is purely desert, so it's his yard. Well, you done screwed yourself. Well, we're gonna have to accept this tail kicking right here. I'm gonna get killed for this. Or worse, imprisoned. So just let him pass. That didn't quite go well as planned, but hey, at least I didn't get hurt or killed. No. Long way. Just try to find your way back to the Pope's army. Even though it says I contributed the most, but I really do not want that title. But hey, at least you got the Crusader trait, and I believe that's up to furthermore. Oh yes, +5. Wait! Get these guys, you can win the battle and complete the mission. Doesn't say. Or better yet, just drop it entirely. They'll send us a different mission. This is gonna be my way of saying screw this, I'm going home. Actually, move up here. And if you guys somehow win this crusade and you're gonna give Jerusalem to me, well, shit. Alright, how are these guys doing up there with their stalemate of war? Well, Pisa looks like is about to win. And after you get done fighting, well then, I suggest you to go to the Crusades. Go to Jerusalem. Again, the goal of this series is to form a holy order, which you have to be a duke level. Don't be a king. It's the main reason why I do not want that title, because that's a king title. Kingdom. Yeah, if they combined, they could have easily squashed that. I don't know why they gave me the most contributing bonus in the score. Maybe it's because I was there first. Huh, my son is learning medical arts, so it'll come in handy. You're still depressed, and you're supposed to be a good warrior, but you'll become a renowned physician. Hey, at least you learned something. Not to mention more healthier, so that'll cancel out your depression. Since I can't send you to the University of Bologna, so that's why we had to hire a tutor. Whoa. These guys are from a city that's under the control of Pisa, from this house. He's brought on some guys. And they're just coming in one at a time. Oh, the war's over. Now it's time for my other piece of business. This is the war that I really wanted. And please don't make me King of Jerusalem. I'd rather have the Norwegian guy take it. Oh boy. Now it's time for the war that I really wanted. And that is a war against Pisa. To get that city back into Sardinian hands, which was rightfully belonged to us. Alright, storm these guys there. They're beating the garrison that we just assembled. And what's going on up there? Why are they fighting each other? Oh, it's a trade war over Sismon. That's up there. Family feud. I guess we're taking advantage of that. Stop. We got a amphibious landing going on. These guys up north stay up there. As soon as they come in, okay, they won't. Matter of fact, let them choose their landing site. Alright, we got the city. Let these guys land here as their little family affair is fighting over a trade post. Then we'll take care of the rest. Okay, when does it begin? 14th of May. Go, man, go. Save those guys. Flanks are losing, but here comes the cavalry. Matter of fact, get more over here. They're only taking a trade post. On a break from working on my book, I've been sitting for hours in the courtyard watching knights ride at the Quintain. I'm certain I'm about to grasp some insight from repeated motions, yet my head is only filled with the pounding of horse hooves. Suddenly the flicker of torches made me realize that night is falling. I could do this all night. Maybe I should. 80% chance that I would develop a cord of sorts from being out in the cold all night. Hold the line, damn it. Yes, we held on. As the days drag on, seemingly never ending, I could barely keep my eyes open. Seems I have no energy at all. I think I have the flu. To ease my troubles, he consulted the stars before draining a good portion of my blood. Glad I hired Pestilence. We held on. Just link up over here. Finish your siege. And I was thinking about sending the navy to Pisa itself, but no, let their family feud continue between the two patrician families. They're not going anywhere. And after this war's over, I will switch my focus to theology and get more piety by any means, even if I have to donate money. Sharp pains in my head when cause me to clutch in my stomach. It's an abdominal pain. That doesn't sound like a flu-like symptom. Look at the warrior. He's the heir to the house. The heir to Pisa, if elected. Yeah, that's gonna hurt his pride when he's elected to be the next Doge of Pisa. But war's over already. He's given up only because we have full control of Gallura, but also we have the heir prisoner, so that's the reason. So yeah, we didn't have to go over there. Oh, thank goodness that's over. City is ours once again. Right, now that Sardinia is fully secured, I just remembered something. Oh, everyone will support the revoke title. That's grand. And my son has learning skill 6. Oh, yeah. Due to the renowned physician and him being ambitious, I could finally send him to Bologna. Which you have to have a learning school. What do you mean, you? Well, your son and daughter, if you have the Natical and feudal, you could send them to the university if they have a learning skill of 5. So here you go. He's going to be tutored even more, and hopefully you'll have fun over there, and by God, don't kill yourself. That's the last thing anybody would want from there. Also, he's Italian, right? Oh, he's depressed too. Great, now we've sent him to a pretty apathetic place to be. And I gotta switch my focus to theology now because I'm done with warfare. And just be more focused towards piety. Alright. That means we gotta get rid of the counts now. Although if I were to vote out, he's gonna rebel, right? Oh no, he will. But I could do some other way. Plot to revoke. Because, you know, the Duchy of Sardinia is mine, and the Duchy of Sardinia is the whole island. And any other vessels, you can plot to revoke them out of here. Some of them are willing. Excellent. A little blackmail don't hurt anybody. Okay. Put the plot into motion by sending an ultimatum to the Count. He's gonna receive a letter in a moment. Oh yes, and I got the flu. Which I'm bedridden. Your shameful attempt at blackmail has not succeeded, no matter how many corrupted souls you entice to help carry out the claim. I will not give in without a fight. What is rightfully mine is mine. Then war it is then. Yeah, we're here to revoke his title. just bum rushed the guy. But man, I'm bedridden with the flu. But I have the theology focus and what other health benefits. I don't want to do that experimental treatment. I might lose a limb for that, which I am in no mood of. So just do a treatment as long as you know what you're doing. When Castor entered my chambers, he was followed by an air most foul. The stench seemed to originate from the jar in his hands. A mixture of cow's dung and herbs from my poultice. Master, when he proceeded to smear it on my chest, I almost retched. That'll do. At least I'm not out fighting. So he's barely conscious because the flu was so damn bad. He probably doesn't even have any clue that he thought, well, this is going to be easy, so that'll be mine. This is rich. Oh, just assault the damn holding already. We ain't got all day. And assault it again, simply for the hell of it, to get more money out of it. And the war is won. There's a new mayor vassal. And we have the county now. And Basilio had no idea that a war happened. Please get better. Get well soon. And if he dies, then that means Gianna will be a college dropout. Oh, and Argentina's come to age. I forgot about her. That's alright. But don't forget, she's a strong woman. I don't know why Italian women are stronger than the men, but well, that's just a Sardinia thing that I don't understand. Now that we have all the counties, that means we'd make a lot of money, have a lot more troop numbers, and all the other good stuff. And once we form a holy order, and once we form the holy order around here, then everything is good. Life is good. As soon as I get better from the flu. My sweet Maria is terrifying when she wants something. No kidding. She's big and strong. Plus well fed. She is terrifying at times. Now thinks she wouldn't make me bend to her will. Now she wants to make one of her friends chancellor. But Chancellor's a very competent man. Is he now? Skill 11? A friend of hers? Ooh, a lot more, and he's also the Doctor of Law. Okay, I will let her have her way just this once. And plus, he was still on assignment of Genoa, which we don't want anything to do with Merchant Republics ever again. Perform statecraft to improve the relations of all the mayors and bishops and our cardinal. What's the cardinal? Just for me, yes. It's got two cardinals representing, but the next potential pope is going to be from England. Alright. Basilio feels better. Just imagine, since he was barely conscious because the flu was so damn bad, it's like, alright, the county is mine, just as I expected. I knew he would give in, and he did not know that there was a conflict over it. There was a brief war. Oh yeah, I forgot that Crusade's ongoing, which it's not going their way. Oh, oh, more. There's a lot of Sunni Muslim allies joined their side of the Seljuks, so now they're losing on the battle, but there's still territories being occupied. Well, fine by me. Win or lose, just don't make me be the guy that contributed the most. More duchies, counties, earls, all that. Prince Donald of Scotland. But then again, he's different nationality. So he's my new Grandmaster. I don't know what happened to Corbin. I guess he must have got killed in action or died of old age. Either or. When we say killed in action, it was during the First Crusade. It's ongoing. Hang on. There are those in my realm who worship other gods. For example, it is known to me that Ahmed, he's still around? He openly follows the Sunni faith. Sometimes wonder what God would think of my association with these people. I could get sympathy for Islam, which Muslims would view me a lot better, but their heathen delusions do not interest me. Remember, it was the Moors that attacked me from down there. So, yes, Ahmed is still one of the commanders of Sardinia. I mean, yeah, he's arbitrary, he's deceitful and lustful, but that's his business. At least he didn't have any relations with anyone. But at least he slightly respects me more than when we first met in prison. When he was in prison, when we captured him, since he originated from down there. But I guess after all these years, he's done a great service to our country, to our duchy. Sardinia thanks you for your service. But now, we'll just have to, well, get it up to 2,000. Oh. You cannot rank up to Grandmaster because it has the Holy Order title and must have a previous rank. But I am the society heir, should he pass on. But then again, I'm older than him. Whoa, hold on. Just... Oh, not again. Want nothing to do with it. I have encountered Knight Rowe of Norfolk, a Norman. While carry on my duties for the Knights Hospitalier, it is always a pleasant occasion. We could talk for hours, and if the time allows, because he never bores me, while our discussions are often lengthy, we always seem to agree on the matters which are most important. Alright, we're friends. Is that my first ever friend? Yes, and he's on a pilgrimage. What kind of pilgrimage? Warrior. Well, that's something I should do in the future, but I'll probably do in the next episode. Also, I should spend some money on something. Like a personal training yard, just to up the martial a tad bit. That's it, if I have a high martial skill, I'm more than likely to get additional health out of this. But I'm surprised that Pisa nor Genoa has ever raised their troops to... Well, why don't you go on a crusade, you two? Oh, I know why. It's because you got a bunch of stuff going on down there. Smuggler's Ring, Incompetent Ruler, Thieves Guild and Highway Robber Band at Genoa. So yeah, Genoa's in a bad end of things. I should start reading a book. Well, speaking of books, I'm still writing the martial book that I'm currently composing still. This book about poetry is really boring. It is filled with do's and do nots, and I just want to throw it out of the window. I should take the bird out for some hunting instead. Got over your depression yet? Several assassinations and loans later, I don't know if I'm still able to trust anyone. Why are they trying to hurt me? No longer trusting. Although we did plot blackmail on... Oh my... Look at this! The Seljuk army and Muslim allies are in Rome! I didn't think the Crusade would go so bad that they're gonna take it to their ground. Well, consider this a failure for a Crusade, but hey, at least I'll still get a Holy Order set, but I'll do that in some point in the future. Just wanted to save up this number of points for additional activities such as a warrior pilgrimage. Yeah, if I ever see those numbers, if they were here in Sardinia, I would be a little bit afraid. But again, we have the mountains. Because of our terrain advantage and our great number of troops, I'm not afraid of kingdoms like France. A new bird is almost too perfect. I enjoy every hunt of her. And a cook has trouble finding new recipes for a rabbit. Why not? I'm a falconer. Just to up the diplomacy a little, because there isn't enough of those. Oh my! He had smallpox. Hold on. Excuse me. Greetings, Duke Basilio. I'm gathering support temporarily to widen the range of the circular law and order. More specifically, I'm seeking to allow spies in the order, and I hope I can count on your support. You want to hire spies for for this holy order? For you? Sure, I approve. A holy vote. Well, my daughter Argentina now. That's gonna. Matter of fact, just get a matrilineal marriage going. Don't take any more risks. Somebody rich. And just as young as you are. Or somebody with good skill. Whistling. Okay, all the way up. Okay, forget about the stewardship. How about diplomacy? Yeah, that's the man. Matrilineal marriage for him to the guy who's lustful, which we kind of need that for the fertility, for the sake of our dynasty. The Knights Hospitalier are recruiting spies for the order. Very well. So yeah, my son died of smallpox, which was unexpected. And plus, he just graduated. So, what happened was, and he became celibate too, so yeah, that didn't quite work out. He decided to become celibate, and he's like, oh yeah, I just graduated, and then he dropped because of smallpox. Well, Argentina, you are Sardinia's only hope. Your house has only hope. But you're now married to this man who is a bastard. I didn't realize he's a bastard, but he's lustful. So hopefully he likes strong women. There are many mysteries in the Catholic faith. Might be interesting to spend some time delving into the old text of the Bible. I will dedicate more time reading the scriptures. Just more piety. And also spend on the wine cellar. You know, just in case if she became a ruler immediately. The wine cellar is, I believe that's to up the fertility bonus a bit more. But I'm not sending her to college. It's too late now. She's already married. So I lost my accomplished squire. He was never a member of any order. While her future, despite the fact I don't think there'll be a series continuing, since this is a mini-series, she might as well be in a trade league. Alright, up one martial and up one health. I'll live a little bit longer now. Alright, this century's come to a close and we enter into the 1100s now. The past few months, I've been spending many nights reading the Bible. The text contains many items of wisdom and also give hints to most important mysteries of the Lord. The sacred text illuminate me. And Sebastiano, oh yes, you'll get it too. Need your talent for the martial. And boom! Already she's pregnant. I told you these two would work out well. You got one who's taking a good stewardship, and at least it's up to fertility. But hey, it ups fertility too. Made the right choice. Knew he was the right man. Rome is fully occupied by the Seljuks. Again, they're not taking Rome. They're just saying, call off the Crusade or we're going to take more of your holdings. And defeat your armies. Whereas, meanwhile, I'm just indifferent. I'm like, whatever. I'm turning Sardinia into a land of the Holy Order. Just like the Teutonic Order in the Baltics. No longer the spy master. Wait a minute, is that slow fever? No, camp fever. It's what he died of. Is there an epidemic over there? Yes, there is. Okay, don't go to Constantinople for this next spy master. But he's the bishop and he's loyalist. Heh. How about Genoa? I always give these guys shit with them. You recovered yet? Nope. Still dealing with problems with crime. And public execution. Whoa. You wanted to go that far to be dealing with these band of criminals over in your city-state. In your republic. You go as far as public executions. I would never do that on the island. No, 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 no. We're more God-fearing. And don't forget that I'm a true Christian knight. Oh, if only my daughter was born strong. Marcella's fine. I was just trying to figure out, like, what would be the name of the strong move? Oh, here we go. Everyone knows that I've spent several years directing the work on my book, when today I'm presented with the final product. Excellent. I commend my scribes while I gently leaf through on feudal warfare. That would probably be the only book I would write. Okay, now I remember. on feudal warfare. Morale, damage, and defense. And +1 morale. So now we're at a point where no one can touch Sardinia now. There's no one to stump us this time. I should have said that during the Pisan conflict. Oh, now what? Trade war over Lucca. Lucca. It's there somewhere, right? Oh, she has the case of a flu, I guess. Post-pregnancy sickness. Guess that's what that was. Good. Now I have a place to store my wines. I may buy them in greater volumes. This will cut costs and save me the shame of having to serve water to my guests. Great. Up on stewardship and up on fertility, which I do not have because I'm celibate. And now let's get up a banquet hall. All of me in philosophy now. And agnostic test, words. Ah! The disease. It's smallpox. Where did that come from? Oh, it came from Libya, North Africa. They spread that disease over here. Somebody should have shut that port up, so I had no choice but to shut the gates now. Never thought this would happen to me. Although, to be fair, we don't have the most sophisticated of hospital structures. We're just barely a level 2 hospital with only a sick house. So that would mean, as we would progress into the next episode, we're going to have to be dealing with this epidemic that may spread all over Sardinia and other parts of the Mediterranean now. And the Crusade is going to come to the close. Oh yeah, School of Courtiers and my newborn granddaughter. Hold on. What do you mean send to Bologna? Didn't know I could do that, but while they're still married. It says you can't send them while they're betrothed. That's the requirement. If they're betrothed, you can't send them, but if they're already married, yes, you can. Okay, I get it now. I get it now. Now, what was that honorary title supposed to give her? Because just to make me feel less guilty. Hi, Mom. There you go. And now this sergeant, which I think I've met him before, long ago. Well, we're friends now. Unless there's a different man named that. Alright, Crusade of Jerusalem's come to an end because a lot of guys intervened at the moment of victory. And thank goodness I do not get the kingdom title, so that this series will continue. Alright, we'll close this episode with this message. The crusade for Jerusalem fails. Jesus, it seems, does not favor the Christian people. After a string of defeats and setbacks, Pope Callistus II has called off the crusade for Jerusalem against Sultan Ahmed of the Seljuk Sultan. A black day. But we still have the moral authority high up, so it's not that big of a deal. But I'll tell you what the big deal's gonna be. This epidemic, and apparently it did spread into Italy. Oh my goodness. That's probably the biggest smallpox epidemic, and there's smallpox over there too. And only Sardinia is in our capital county, is where the smallpox is. So we'll leave you with a pretty interesting episode, but on the next episode upcoming, we will form the Holy Order in Sardinia, and I will be its Grand Master. We'll see you on the next episode. Until then, so long for now.